Hello and welcome to another episode of Airgun Reviews and Pesting Channel. What I have in front of you is what I consider one of the finest PCPs, long guns, now mind you, on the market. And that is this Arms S510 Xtra Fac super light in 177 caliber. Gun is made in England, and when you pick this gun up and when I shoulder this gun, it just feels good in my hands. You can tell that this gun is quality. Every piece of this gun, from the stock to the internal parts to the Walther barrel, is precision. What I have on top: Discovery first focal plane force 1650. For optics, I do have some aftermarket parts on here. Rowan Engineering biathlon lever. Backside, Rowan Engineering single shot tray. Put a pellet in, close it, close the breech, ready to go. I'll be doing a trigger test on this gun here shortly, but let's talk about the gun itself. Wood is poplar hunter green, Monte Carlo style stock. It's got nice smooth lines, as you can tell. Nice cheek well, ambidextrous stock. Recoil pad or butt pad is fully adjustable aftermarket. Jake Bowman or JB 3D printing is where I got this. Thanks, Jay. Barrel is fully shrouded, so no need for aftermarket moderator, but if you choose to, there is an adapter you can put on the end, so you could add an extra adapter, but I found no need for it. This gun is one of my field target guns that I use in field target. I added another field target gun, AT-44, 10 and 177 carbine that I'm gonna be using hopefully this year after all this coronavirus is gone and we open up our range again. Does have a power wheel here. One of the main complaints about this particular gun and all the guns that are the S510 and more likely the S400 line is the power wheel would somehow get bumped or get moved accidentally. So what I did to my own personal 510 is I put an O-ring, a small O-ring behind it, and it made it a lot harder to turn. It turns, but gives it some resistance, and that cured the problem. I like the power wheel for different scenarios. I've only used this gun primarily for plinking and field target use, but I plan on taking it out on a pest permission for his first blood hunt very soon. I added a Huma regulator to this gun because it did not have a regulator, so I get, let's see, 5 shots, or 5 magazines, excuse me, 5 magazines. I did a 10-shot string using Arms 10.3 grain, his favorite pellet. Average FPF was 843. Extreme spread 5, standard deviation 1, which is pretty good. It's got a limited lifetime warranty with air venturi. I just love this. This is my most expensive long gun in my collection. It was just under $1,000, but then by the time I added the Huma reg, so it went over $1,000. So yes, this is my most expensive long gun in my collection. But I love it. I absolutely love this gun. I put the swivel studs on the stock. Added a sling, extra sling that had, you know, a line around, so that's what I did, put extra sling on it. The fill probe is another, there's 2 things about this gun that I really didn't like. One is this fill probe here. You have to line it up a certain way. Now I have to take a look at it closely. Line it up, pull it out. It'd been much simpler if Air Iron would have just went to a standard Foster fitting. Will it work for me? Yes. I deal with it, no problem, you know. I just prefer a much simpler way to add air into the cylinder. Manometer is underneath here. Fill to 200 bar. 5 magazines or 50 shots before it falls off the reg. Another problem that these S510s had was it's the way to rotate the magazines. You do get 2 magazines if you purchase an S510. The newer models are called, it's still the same name. What is that? S510 Xtra XS, X-ray Sierra, and it does come with a longer air tube, which is almost to the end of the barrel. So you get more shots, and it comes regulated from the factory, which is a good thing. But this particular model, no, did not get a regulator, but that's okay. I added a regulator to it anyways. Well, right here I have in my hand, it's these magazines. These are, by the way, these magazines are one of the easiest magazines to load. 10-shot magazines. You don't have to, you know, rotate the magazine counterclockwise, or is it clockwise? Then put your finger underneath or put the pellet in backwards. These are just simple. You just drop it, rotate, that's it. I wish all magazines were that simple. Now, Air Arms for the longest time had, this right here is what rotates the magazine. Every time you cock the gun, it rotates it to the next shot, next pellet. But over time, this is made out of spring steel or spring copper, and after a while it fatigues from turning the magazine. Wasn't the best design for air arms, and a lot of people got frustrated with this device here, so I always kept a couple extra spares just in case it stopped rotating the magazine. Then I knew that this spring had weakened or got bent out of shape, so I always carry a spare. But 2 years ago, and that would have went right inside here. I know you can't see it, but it's up in here. Every time you cock the gun, it rotates to the next round. But they came up with a metal version, and I'm not completely sure, but I believe when I bought it, I don't know if it was from Rowan Engineering or I ordered it from a parts seller in England that had the conversion, so you don't have to use these anymore. The one with the little spring steel, this one is actually constructed of steel and spring loaded, and I have yet to have a failure out of it since I put it on there, so really I don't need this anymore. But since I have it, you know, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna just keep it just in case. But the magazine is very simple, you know, to load in. You know, it's just one of those things. You just, oops. Oh, can't see it. Okay. Gotta make sure I got it in the right direction here. There you go. Just like that. Magazine's in. Take it out, put the next one in. That's a good thing. You know, those are one of two things that I dislike about this gun is because of that, the way they rotate the magazine, the part there would always have some issues, and of course the way you fill the gun. Aside from that, when you look at the gun, you can tell that this is a quality PCP. It just screams quality. When you put it in your hand, it even shoots like it looks. The nice stippling on the wood and on the forearm and on the hand grip, nice stippling with the Air Arms logo. Nice, very nice. One of my favorite and most expensive long guns. Now, trigger is 2-stage, fully adjustable. Let me put my single shot tray back in. Because we're going to be testing the trigger pull. Safety is right on the trigger blade itself. Some people find that it's not the best location for a safety, but I don't find, you know, I don't think it's a big deal for me. You know, it works just fine. So there you go. Let's give it a trigger pull. First stage, 1 pound. Do one more. first stage wall. 1 pound, 4 ounces. So it's in the 1 pound to 1 pound, 4 ounces, which is a perfect weight for field target, in my opinion. But what a beautiful gun. Every time I pick this up, I have to look at it and admire it because it's just a beautiful gun, and I'm just very glad to have this in my collection of fine PCPs in the higher end. Now, let me read you some more information about this particular gun. It's very hard to find information on this gun since they added the regulated versions to this gun now. So the older versions like this one, you know, it's very hard to find information, but I got lucky and went on a website that's selling guns and was able to get some information about this particular gun. The gun weighs 7.55 pounds. Barrel length is 24 inches. Overall length is 43 and 43 3/4 inches long. I already said it's got a 10 round magazine. You get 2 rifled Walther barrel, dovetail mounts, 2-stage trigger, and that's about all on this particular gun. Now, I'm going to test the weight of this gun for you. The way I have it set up right now. Let's see what she weighs in here. I don't find that this gun is heavy, but you know, maybe some other people, they will find it heavy. £9, 26 ounces. There you have it. Just under 10 pounds, because a gun comes in at 7 pounds and 7.5 pounds. 7.55 pounds is what the gun weighs in with no scope, but with my added accessories, you know, the biathlon lever, scope, that's what she comes in at. Beautiful gun. You owe it to yourself to have one nice long gun. And I say it's this gun right here, the Arms S510. You can get them now fully regulated from the factory, but mine works just fine. I'm happy with the 50 shots I get. I'm happy with the stream spread and standard deviation with this gun. I will do a video soon on the groups I'm getting with this gun. So until then, until the next episode of Air Gun Reviews and Pressing Channel, shoot straight and may your pellet hit the target. See ya. Oh, I wanted to add to this Arms S510. I had a chance to meet Claire, the owner of Arms, at the SHOT Show this past January in Las Vegas. And what a lovely woman she is. And had a nice conversation with some of her air guns that that her company puts out. And this is where I got the hat, the Arms hat from. from her and some other things in the goodie bags that she was handing out. And Claire, I'm going to be sending you a link to this video. I want to thank you for giving me this hat and some of the other things from Arms. So I thought I'd do a video of your particular product that I'm such a fan of. See you on the next episode of Airgun Reviews and Pesting Channel.